All right. Welcome to video 2 of the course. So, you want to learn to row. I am your instructor, Enid the Goat, Jossie the Opus Oracle, whatever you want to call me, whatever. Listen, y'all, this is video 2, and in this video, we're going to cover the subject of suits and majors, okay? So, if you want to take notes, I suggest you go grab your pen and paper now. I'll wait. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, you got your paper and your pencil, pen, whatever? All right, chalk and a chalkboard, whatever tickles your fancy, let's go. Listen, suits and majors, there is a difference between suits and majors. Now, when I say majors, I'm talking about the major arcana. And when I say suits, I'm talking about the minor or arcana, okay? So minor arcana cards are cards like the Four of Wands, okay? Because they're in a suit. The wand suit, the sword, the wand suit, the sword suit, the cup suit, and the pentacles suit. That is the 4 minor arcana suits, okay? Now, when I say the major arcana, I'm talking about cards that have the in front, like the Empress, the Magician, Judgment. Those cards, those are majors. Okay, that's the major arcana cards. I don't know why I got chills for a second. And then you have the Knights, the Queens, the Kings, and the Pages. Those are the court cards, okay? Because they are court, like the royal court. My goodness. What in the world is going on with my tongue right now? Listen. So, let's go ahead and dive a little further into the minor arcana. Now, like I just told you, the minor arcana is broken down into suits. And I'm not talking about the kind of suits you wear. Not zoot suits, not hazmat suits. No. I'm talking about card suits. The same way a playing deck of cards has the clubs, the hearts, the diamonds, and the spades. That's the same way that a tarot deck has the wands, the swords, the pentacles, and the cups. Okay? All right. We're on the same page. Get it? Let's go. Now, when you break each suit down, each suit has a purpose. Each suit has a specific assigned meaning. Remember I told you in the last video that tarot decks are very fixed with the meanings and etc. This is another one of those fixed things, okay? So, the suits, like I said, wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. We're going to start with the wands. The wands deck, the wands suit, is centered around spirit, action, motion, not really intellect, more spirit, okay? That's the wands. When you see a wands card, the energy is usually do something, okay? It's an action suit, okay? The wands deck is correlated with the fire sign zodiac, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, okay? One moment, thank you. So, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, those are fire signs. So, the wands deck is about fire, passion, energy, okay? That's also why the wands deck reminds me of sexual energy, okay? So, the next thing, timing. The wands deck, like I mentioned up top, it's about motion and action. So, when the wands, that's a deck again? I did. Suit. So when the wands come out, they are talking about timing as far as something moving fast. It's the fastest moving suit in the deck, okay? So wands is going to be the fastest moving as far as time goes. Days. things moving within days, very quickly, very fast. Also, it correlates to the summer season. Write that down. Correlates to the summer season, okay? Now, if we go to the next suit, we're going to talk about cups, okay? Cups always deals with emotions, relationships, feelings, imagination, that kind of stuff, okay? So, also intuition, okay? Now, cups, the zodiac sign that is assigned to the cup suit is water signs. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, okay? Those water signs are tied to the cup suit because the cup suit is feelings, emotion, intuition, and those zodiac signs are the leaders of intuition, daydreaming, fantasy, emotion, sensitivity, etc. Okay? See how they go together? All right. So for timing, the cups are going to move slow because feelings and emotions, those things kind of happen slowly. Okay? Water flows, water signs, water flows at its own pace. Okay? So the cup suit is going to be slow movement, something that's going to take a while to happen. Okay? As far as months. Okay? Whereas, like I said, wands is days, cups is months. So if you pull a cups card during a reading and it's talking about something that's going to happen soon, well, it could be talking about months, okay? Now, or you can use that to ask a question about timing, or is this going to happen, and pull a card, and if it's a cups, then you know it's going to happen in months. If it's wands, you know it's going to happen in days, okay? Now, the cup suit is also connected to the fall season. Because fall is like everything starts to kind of slow down a little bit. Everything's starting to get a little cozy. Sweaters are coming out. It's time to get up under some covers and watch some TV and sip some hot chocolate almost, okay? Yeah, same energy with cups being fall, okay? Now, the swords is going to always talk about thoughts and your mentality, your mental state, okay? Swords are the truth and planning. When you see the swords come out in a reading, it could be telling you to make a plan or plan for something, okay? The swords also, the zodiac sign correlated to the swords is going to be the air signs. So that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And Geminis, Libra, and Aquariuses are known for being very intellectual zodiac signs. So there's the correlation between the zodiac signs and the suit. Do you understand? All right. So as far as speed goes, swords are fast. Okay? Because you think fast. Not the fastest. Wands is still going to be the fastest. But swords are fast. And swords move fast within weeks. So if a swords card comes out and you're asking about timing, that lets you know that it is going to take some weeks. It's going to happen quick, but it's not going to be days. It's going to be a couple weeks, okay? Also, the sword suit is correlated to the spring, okay? Now, the last suit in the minor arcana is going to be the pentacles, the pentacles, okay? Pentacles is material, money, wealth, stability, your body, and finances, career, stuff like that, okay? And that's going to be also common sense. This suit is connected to the earth signs. If you can't tell, I'm an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Taurus. I'm really an Aries, Taurus cusp, but yeah, Taurus. So, the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn suit correlates to those signs because Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns are known for being very business-minded, very get it done, very, we like We like to have nice things, and we like to work hard for our nice things, and we're known for that, okay? So the Pentacle suit is going to be the slowest moving suit in the deck, as is the Earth signs. The Earth signs move at their own pace. They are grounded. They do their own thing. Like a Taurus, a bull, you cannot make a bull go anywhere a bull does not want to go. So, right. So when I talk about slowest, years. So if you are to ask a question about timing and the answer is a Pentacles card, it's going to take some years, honey. Just know that. It's going to happen, but it's going to take some years. All right? Also, the Pentacles suit is connected to the winter, where everything is slowed down. Nobody wants to go outside when it's cold or if there's snow on the ground. Everything slows down in the winter. All right? So, that is the 4 suits, their timing, their zodiac sign, and their meaning, their purposes, okay? So, the court cards of each suit, the queens, the kings, the pages, and the knights. Knights are also fast moving, okay? Knights are action cards. It doesn't matter what suit they're in, they are action cards, okay? They are also like teenage, young adult energy, okay? The page cards in each suit are going to talk about youth, childhood, something being young, possibly immature, things of that sort. And they are fast also, but they relate to like youth, childhood, etc., okay? The queens in any suit are going to be the matriarch. So it's going to be like the energy of, depending on which suit, like the Queen of Swords, that is a very intelligent woman, a very intellectual, thought-driven, doesn't really act on her feelings, possibly cold woman, okay? The Queen of Wands, very attractive, very alluring, seductive, possibly siren energy, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, that is a businesswoman, a CEO. She is about getting stuff done, and she's about business, and you can't tell her nothing. And then the Queen of Cups, that is a nurturer, a mother, like a flower child, like, okay? So each suit for the queens is going to have different energy. A little bit for the knights and the pages too, but not so much to me. But if you want to see it that way, you can. You can look at them deeper than what I told you. Now, the kings, the same thing for the kings as with the queens. The wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. Same energy for the queens, but in masculine form. Okay, so a King of Pentacles, same energy as a Queen of Pentacles, about his coin, a boss daddy, you know what I'm saying? He's a businessman, CEO, etc. So just put the same energy that I did with the queens with the kings of each suit. And there are your court cards. Next, we're going to talk about the major arcana. This might take a while. So the major arcana cards, like I said, are the ones like Justice, Judgment, the Tower, the Empress, the Magician, except Death, etc. Okay, those are major arcana cards. There are 21 major arcana. Oh, why did I say it like that? Major arcana cards. Okay, the major arcana represents significant life events. Also represents archetypes. Also, it can represent spiritual themes and life lessons, karmic influences, karmic lessons, etc. Okay? So, for instance, the Tower card, that is like sudden change. Sometimes it's chaos. It's upheaval. It's, oh my God, like it's some shit happening, okay? Also, they mean different upright and reverse. The same thing with the court cards and the minor arcana. Upright is usually the positive energy of the card. Reverse is usually the negative or opposite energy of the upright energy. I will get into that in the next video because that is going to take a while. Yeah, a while. That's going to take a while. So I'll actually talk about that in the next video. So right now, though, the major arcana, same thing. You can flip them upside down, and it's the adverse. Yeah, it's the adverse energy. So for the Tower card, like I said, upheaval, shit going wrong, chaos. In the adverse, a tower upside down is more like a good tower, something happening suddenly that you don't expect, but it's not bad, okay? Or something that happens that leads to something good, or it can even be internal, okay? Like you had like a breakdown, but you're building yourself back up type shit, okay? Now, each major arcana card has a different meaning. So, I don't want to go through every single one, but I will go through as many as I can. Let me see how many I can get through before my phone tries to say it's too full for me to continue. So, the first one I'm going to give you is the Hermit. I'll talk while I sort. The Hermit card. The Hermit card speaks to being isolated, being alone, introspection, sometimes healing. It can talk about soul searching, hiding out, things like that, okay? The next one, the Lovers. With the Lovers card, it will talk about relationship. It can talk about family connections and relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can talk about best friendships, anything that's like a loving two people situation that can be tied to the Lovers. But it is also, in fact, speaking to counterparts, soulmates, twin flames, etc., whatever you call them in your belief, okay? The next card is going to be the World. These are not in order, by the way. They're not in order of their numbers. So the World is success, good things, opportunities. In reverse, the opposite energy. Not having any opportunities, being stuck, not being able to travel, not being able to do certain shit, okay? Judgment. That's self-explanatory. You know what this card means. In the adverse, it's the opposite of judgment. It's like, let me see exactly, because I don't want to misspeak on this one. In reverse, it's, self-doubt, inner critic, ignoring the call. Upright, judgment is rebirth, inner calling, and abundance, okay? So, I don't want to go through each one because the time's getting up there on the video, and I think my phone can't take all that. But yes, in the next video, I will also go through these. So, in the next video, we'll talk about the upright and reverse of each card in the major arcana, and I'll explain the upright and reverses with the suits as well too in the next video. So be watching out for that next week. I'm going to do these every Thursday. So the last thing I want to speak on before I end this video is using tarot decks and oracle decks together. I mentioned that in the last video, how I like to put oracle decks and tarot decks together to make super decks sometimes. So putting oracle decks and using oracle decks and tarot decks together, you can use the tarot deck to clarify an oracle deck, okay? So if you pull an oracle card and you're not exactly sure about what it's speaking about or what the message is, you can always clarify with a tarot. And you can pull and ask for clarification in what comes out, because tarot, like I told you in the last video, it's more for intricate answers. So if you need clarity on an oracle or clarity on another tarot card that you pulled, you can always use tarot for clarity or clarifying, because it's more in-depth information, more in-depth answers, okay? But you guys, that is all I have for this week's video. So you have just finished video 2 in this course. Congratulations. You're one step closer to being a tarot master. Listen, guys, I will be back next Thursday with another lesson. Video 3. It's going to be talking about upright and reverse and how to read them each way. All right, guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!